It had been 10 years since I last stepped foot inside my childhood home, 10 years since I passed through the large blue door, where the welcome mat used to sit, faded and dirt-speckled. They'd tried to sell the place after we left, well, after we were forced out, but no one wanted a house with a suicide on its record. Who could blame them? I wouldn't have bought it either. That day haunts me still. The day my father took his own life. The day my mother lost her grip on reality. The day my brother came back from the dead. Max had vanished during a summer camp trip. He'd gone to Camp Manatari, just outside of that eerie, tucked-away town called Sleepy Falls. The kind of town that only shows up if you've been there before, or if someone who's been there takes you. When we got word Max was missing, we made the 4-hour drive to the camp. The car ride was suffocatingly quiet. My mother sobbed softly, repeating, "My baby boy, we'll find you." My father said nothing. I said nothing. Silence weighed more than any words could. When we passed through Sleepy Falls, we took a shortcut through the market district. As we drove by, every local stopped what they were doing to stare. No smiles, no waves, just watching. Years earlier, we'd passed through when I was a kid. Even then, the town unsettled me, like something was just slightly off-kilter. At the camp, we were met by a tall, wiry man with a stiff bowl cut and thick-rimmed glasses. "Hello, I'm Simon. I'm one of the counselors here." "You must be the Turners," he said, reaching out to my dad. "Grant," my father replied. "This is my wife, Nicole, and my daughter, Ryleigh." Simon nodded. "We've got the local sheriff and his deputies involved in the search." "That's it," I snapped. "Where's the state police? The FBI? This is my brother we're talking about." "Ryleigh, enough," my dad barked. His voice, usually calm, carried enough weight to shut me up immediately. Simon explained that the town preferred to handle things locally, but all the camp counselors and volunteers were helping too. We joined the search efforts, taking turns combing through the dense woods. I was part of the night search with Dad and Simon. We found nothing. No clothes, no blood, no answers. Just silence and endless trees. By sunrise, we rotated shifts. Simon offered me a cup of coffee, trying to break the tension. "Thanks," I said, accepting the blue cup. He stared for a moment, like he was trying to say something but couldn't. "Something on your mind?" I asked. "Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to stare." "No, I'm sorry. That came out wrong," I sighed. Maybe he was just as scared as I was. Maybe he had a little brother too. We made small talk. He told me he was local, lived with his uncle in town. I asked him why the townsfolk acted so strange. "We don't get many visitors," he said with a nervous laugh. "People get curious." Curious wasn't the word for it. It felt more like warning. When I asked if he knew the woods well, his response chilled me. "Not really. The woods change after summer." "What?" he stammered. "It's just a local saying, like, when the seasons change, the trees do too. They all start to look the same." Before I could push further, a sheriff's deputy ran into camp. "We found something." My father rushed off with him. What they found was Max, dead, naked, face down in a creek. They called it exposure, said it was common with hypothermia. His back was ripped open, spine exposed, some organs missing. They blamed wild animals. I wasn't buying it. The drive home was even quieter than the drive there. My mom didn't cry, she just stared. My father was stone. Weeks later, we buried Max. Open casket. The mortician had done a decent job. I kept waiting for him to jump up and tell us it was all some messed up prank. But he didn't. He just lay there. Cold. Lifeless. I missed his laugh. At the funeral, Benny, one of Max's friends, approached me, eyes red and puffy. If I hadn't flunked summer school, I could have been there. I could have protected him, he sobbed. I hugged him, and he stiffened against me. "Ew, Benny. What the hell?" I said, pulling away. "Sorry, I've never been hugged by a girl before. Not one that wasn't my mom," he muttered. Back home, everything fell apart. My dad locked himself in the den. My mom began obsessively cooking Max's favorite meals, scrubbing the kitchen over and over again. She slept in his bed. I could hear her sobbing through the walls at night. A week later, I was upstairs listening to music when I heard the pop. I raced downstairs, and that's when I saw it. Max. Or something wearing Max. My mother was hugging it, smiling like nothing was wrong. But the thing's skin hung loose, like a costume on a rack. That was not my brother. I screamed and bolted upstairs, slamming my bedroom door. I grabbed the cordless phone and dialed 911. 911, what is your emergency? Help, please. 3232 West Holly Lane. My brother he's back but he's not my brother. There was a pause. Ma'am, is this a prank call? No. He's dead, we buried him. But something is downstairs pretending to be him. My dad, he shot himself. Please, send help. Just as I hung up, there was a knock at my door. Ryleigh, let me in. Let's watch cartoons together. I froze. I opened my window and started to climb out. The thing began slamming against the door. I heard the wood splintering. Halfway down, I jumped into the bushes below. My legs stung from the thorns, but I was alive. I climbed back into the house through the study window. My father was in the chair, dead. His pistol was on the floor. Notes littered the room, suicide letters. He'd been planning it for days. Seeing that thing must have been the last straw. I found the shotgun, loaded it. I crept out, past the kitchen. My mom was still there, blank-faced, stirring at an empty bowl. Mom, I whispered. You need to run. She didn't respond. Oh, hi Ryleigh, she said sweetly. I was about to make pancakes for your brother. I went upstairs. No sign of it. Then the living room TV blasted on, loud cartoons. I headed back down. There it was, on the couch, watching TV like everything was normal. I raised the shotgun. Is it time for cartoons? It asked, almost perfectly mimicking Max. Its head spun 180 degrees to face me, its eyes black, lifeless. I pulled the trigger. The slug clipped its head. It shrieked and leapt onto the ceiling, crawling like a spider with twisted limbs. I fired again. This time, center mass. It crashed down on top of me, heavy as a tree trunk. Black sap leaked from its wounds. It grabbed my ankle, its jaw splitting open into a vertical maw filled with bony teeth. I scrambled for the shotgun, pulled it close. Pumped another shell in. A flash of memories hit me and Max, laughing, riding bikes, fighting over cereal. I didn't know if they were real or if the thing was trying to get in my head. I pulled the trigger. The buckshot tore through its face. It screamed, uncoiled, and bolted through the front window, vanishing into the night. Sirens blared in the distance. They never believed me. Blamed it all on trauma. Said I had PTSD, maybe bipolar disorder. I got evaluated, medicated. My college plans dissolved. My mom, she never recovered. Lives in a home now. Every time I visit, she says the same thing. Tell your brother to go wash up for breakfast. So why am I back? Because I stashed that shotgun under a loose floorboard before the cops came. I could get another weapon, but this one has history. My history. I don't know what that thing was. Skinwalker, doppelganger, demon, but I know where it came from, the woods near Sleepy Falls. And now I'm going back.